Just testing here. Can y'all hear the music? Can you hear me? I'm here too, just watching, typing in the chat. I'm trying to set it up where I just have music playing in the background. Try to change that chat color. Let's try that. Silver setting at $78.46. Gold's at $4,463. Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Thank you. You can hear both. Thank you, Greg Morris. Appreciate it. Is the music too loud? I can turn it down, too. I'm testing things here. Sorry if you heard my dog do something here. I'll let my dog Wiley in. Hope everybody's doing fine this evening. Come on, baby. Gold and silver's being crazy these days. Are y'all still stacking at these prices? You know, my plan is for 2026 to try to stack as many American silver Eagles as I can. But I don't know, if that's going to be really feasible if they want, a $20 premium on those. I'm not trying to do all of that. My plan is, I feel ASCs get a better return on them if and when you have to sell them over correct silver. But like I said, I'm not paying $20 over spot for a piece of silver when I can get a generic just a little bit, 5 or so over spot. Everything's going over spot. If you can even find them. Stuff's kind of crazy right now. A lot of these bullion dealers are really low on inventory. I know I was looking last night. A lot of them were out of copper. APMEX was out of copper. SD Bullion was out of copper. When I checked earlier today, APMEX had, I think, one type, like one single piece of copper. Like, not one in inventory, but like one design. It was crazy. Copper's been just getting, bought up left and right. It's about $6 a pound last I checked. I need to add a chart for copper here, I guess. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Let me know if that music is too loud. Chart just going up. $78.32. Wild, wild ride. And to think I was sweating over when it was $35 an ounce. I'll never financially recover from this. Heck, I would love some $40 an ounce silver. Appreciate y'all tuning in this evening. Gold sitting at $4,461 even. Silver at $78.25. Go over to Kitco.com. Let's take a look at copper. Like I said, copper was sold out at a lot of the places last night. Let's see if I can find copper here. Base metals. So we got copper at $5.91 for copper. And last I checked, APMEX only had one thing in. SD Bullion was completely out of copper. I'm looking at APMEX right now. Let's see what they've got. They're showing completely out of stock on copper. That is crazy. Greg asked, do I think it'll get to 100? Yes, I do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dad that enjoys hunting rolls of coins with my kids and, stacking some silver and stuff along the way and learning some things or two about it. But yeah, I think, silver is highly undervalued. There's been a lot of market manipulation, even within the past, little bit, when they dropped it down and hit that $75 ceiling and everything kind of stayed there for a little bit. What's up, that Seth guy? But yeah, I definitely see $100 silver coming. When, could be this week, could be in a few months by the summer. Who knows? There's no telling, especially with all the market manipulation going on. With stuff, happened in Venezuela. I think, we did seize their silver from what I understood. But I did see a video this morning talking about Switzerland shutting down their exports, I guess, of silver or something to that effect. I guess they do a lot of the refining of the silver, and they're not doing that. They're keeping theirs on hand. In China, they're restricting their exports of their silver. They have to have an extra license for that. They're not shutting it down completely, but you just gotta have a license, from my understanding. So, those factors, right there, and then you look at, the industrial demand for silver in the, photovoltaic, if I said that right, industry, solar panels, electronics and such. There's and AI. too. And AI is getting bigger and bigger. So there's a lot of industrial demand for silver. And now, right now, with these silver price going the way it is, it's kind of gotten more into the mainstream news. So a lot of people have FOMO, the fear of missing out. So there's more people getting into the stacking game. So thus that's dwindling the supply and everything. So it's kind of a good little firestorm. There was already a supply deficit. I made a video, I can't remember how long ago, a couple months back, about a 150 million ounce shortfall in the London markets over there. So you add all that up together, I really feel that $100 silver is very, very reasonable, especially we're right here. We're staying above $75 here recently, or staying above at least 70. We hit that nice little floor there, and we got back up into 80. I think we're seeing a little bit of resistance here. People selling off, making more of those, taking some more profits. But $100 is coming. I mean, in my humble, honest opinion, $100 silver is coming. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dad that stacks some silver and hunts some coins with his kids and everything, and makes some videos on here. But I see $100 plus coming. Within the next couple of years, I think, looking back on it, as crazy as it is to say, $90, $100, American silver eagles, we're going to be wishing for those days. Just like, we're wishing for days of $50 silver. Like, who would think that you'd be wanting $50 silver again? I would die for $50 silver. So, yeah, $100 I think is coming. Now, at $100, that is a very psychological, point where a lot of people might be waiting for that, price point to get out of the market. So there could be a massive sell-off at $100, and I could definitely see people doing that, and even at $90, but definitely at $100. That's a big even number. A lot of people, especially if they've gotten into it within the last 4 or 5 years. Myself, I was stacking in the $20 to $30 range, 35, at the most, for a long time, for a couple of years. And a lot of people were in the silver game a lot longer than me, because I've only been in it the last couple of years. So imagine if you were stacking at $5, $10, $20 an ounce and everything, and then it does get to $100. If you were stacking at $20 an ounce and it gets to $100 an ounce, it's a 5x on your stack. I mean, it'd be hard not to take some profits, or at the very least recoup your initial investment. So I can definitely see, at the $100 mark, a big, massive sell-off. What do you think, Greg Morris? I was talking a long time right there. Sorry about that. Kind of monologued or something. I'm drinking my Dr. Pepper here. Oh, the music stopped. There it goes. So that's Seth Guy. How are you this evening? I feel like that music's loud. Is the music loud? Turn it down a little bit anyway. There we go. I was able to pick up some bags of pennies, so that was cool. My bank didn't do my coin box order this week, but she called me this morning and she was like, "Hey, we're not doing the box order this week, and we'll order it next week, but we've got two $50 bags of pennies. Would you like those?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I would. I will take every bag of pennies you got." Greg Morris says, "I agree. It looks like $100 is inevitable." Seth says, "I'm good, bro. Fine weather in Oklahoma." That is correct. Supposed to get a little rain maybe tomorrow or so. I think overnight is what they were saying. But you know that Oklahoma weather. Wait 5 minutes, it'll change. I miss the days of Gary England. We used to have this weatherman named Gary England on Channel 9, and he was a goat. He was the GOAT. He said what was happening, and it was happening. Now the weathermen like David Payne and all them, they try to say it's going to rain, and it doesn't rain. Or they say it's going to snow, it doesn't snow. They say it's going to be sunshine, it's ice. I mean, it's crazy. But like, not this last November, November before last, I remember sat here and it was like, is that a tornado siren? And yeah, it's like middle of November, tornado sirens going off and everything. I was like, what the heck? Oh, you're in Del City, okay. Right on, right on. That ain't far from me. That's just a hop, skip, and a jump, my friend. I'm only about a county or so away from you. You ever check out like the Mustang Coin Show or the Norman Coin Show or anything? I might be trying to have a table at the Mustang Coin Show March 16th, 17th, something like that, that weekend. Now that I'm in on the Metal Stacks uh, stuff, that uh, the guy Bill Patterson, he's the one that runs that show and everything. So get to have a free table there. Usually it costs $120, but doing that, I'm on the I'm a Metal Stacks distributor. So metalstacks.com/Thompson coin stamp. And the prices do look a little more expensive there on that side, but you've got to factor in the credit card fees compared to like Amex and stuff like that. If you go look at their websites, they'll say as low as. And you click on it and you look at 1 to 19 if you're buying with a credit card, like I've been doing and stuff. You're looking at a lot more. For Metal Stacks, it's just that. But you can get what I'm doing with the Metal Stack still is I'm doing the wholesale stacker program with the Precious Metals Club. So it's an annual fee and everything, but they send you 1 ounce American Silver Eagle, so that it's almost $100 here before long, right there, right off the top, and then I'm able to get wholesale pricing on that website. So when and if I do set up a booth at a coin show, I'll be able to have a little bit more play in what I'm getting and stuff. Says the warmest winter I've been in this year. Yeah, it's been crazy warm. I don't like the ice and stuff. Like snow don't bother me, but the ice and everything, I gotta drive on that crap. It sucks. And he said that's in Lawton though, right? No, the Mustang Coin Show is just right there south west side of Oklahoma City. So you just get there. Let's see. It's just so you go over by Will Rogers Airport. It's just south of there, just a little bit. I don't know, like 10 minutes south of Will Rogers. Yeah, I'm really hopeful on that Metal Stacks wholesale distributor deal. Like I said, I'm checking it out, so y'all don't have to, and I'll let y'all know my journey on it. It is a business opportunity, so like I said, if y'all do need some gold and silver, check out metalstacks.com/Thompson coin stamp. No and in there, just Thompson coin stamp. Link is down there in the little scrolling marquee thing. Like I said, I'm about to order from. I did do, like I said, I'm doing the auto stacker program where every month they automatically, I get charged, but they automatically send me 2 slab Mint State 70 Eagles and everything. So that's pretty cool. I've been wanting to stack Eagles anyway, so this is a way for me to just automatically stack them, not having to think about it. No mess, no muss, no fuss. I get 2 slab Silver Eagles coming to my doorstep every month and everything. They have a program where it's just 1 Silver Eagle. They have a gold back program. They've got a 1/10 ounce gold coin program, all sorts of stuff like that. So you can just automatically stack every month and everything. And when you do those, that's when you get that e-commerce website like I have down there at the bottom. And, you can buy off your own website, share your website to other people and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that, see how all this goes. I'm going to, once I get those in the mail, I'll do an opening and everything and show y'all how it is and let you know. So Garrett Christensen, what's going on? Okay, Seth, yeah, shoot me an email. Yeah, I figured I'd try to do a little thing like this tonight. I might have to change the size of that chat box. That's a little tall there. So let me change that. The height. There we go. Pull that down just a little bit. There we go. fixing that a little bit. And if any of y'all are interested in trying to become, a wholesale distributor with metal stacks, and it's what it's called, dropping a whole bunch of nickels there. It's the Precious Metals Collectors Club. And basically, like I said, you get that e-commerce website. You never have to pay retail again. And depending on, which level you get, it is how much of a discount you get, between each deal. Like I said, I'm really, wanting to try to set up booths and stuff one of these days at coin shows, and especially, there's several here in Oklahoma. There's ones over in Arkansas. There's ones in Texas all the time, and that's always been my issue is, okay, well, how do I, source my silver at a reasonable price and still being able to, have enough of a margin to be able to make it feasible to go to these shows, pay that $100, $200 table fee and everything, and still be able to sell silver and gold or whatever at prices that aren't crazy. Like, yeah, I don't want to have to buy something and they have to mark it up so much just to make a profit. One, that's nobody's going to buy it. And then two, if they do buy it, that's not fair to them, Like, I don't want to gouge nobody or anything like that. So that's why I'm checking this out and everything. I haven't made my first order on that yet. For some reason, it's not showing my dealer direct pricing on my website. When I click on it yet, I got to talk to customer service and everything. I just got into this over the weekend. And then I am doing that, auto stacker program, get that Mint State Silver Eagle sent directly to my doorstep every month. Ain't got to worry about it and everything. So, yeah. If y'all have any questions on that, shoot me an email and I'll give you as much information as I can on it, or get you in touch with my sponsor dude and everything. So, KJ in Ohio, what's going on? Eric says, most of our snow is melting here in Minnesota. Hopes the same in Ohio. Gold is at $4,463. Silver is $78.67. Let's take a look at copper real quick. Let's see what copper is showing. $5.91. Yeah, copper is sold out everywhere. It's crazy. Go to SD Bullion real quick, see if they're showing any copper left. That Max is showing. Oh, SD Bullion is showing copper again. Well, that's good. Crazy. Here, so you think you got 45 degrees there. Dang. Like, we've barely got below freezing. There was a little cold snap here in Oklahoma. Oh, it was it back in December or something, maybe November. I can't remember. It's been so long. But that doesn't bother me none. Like I said, I have to drive in that ice and crap like that. So that's what I'm hoping to do, but I don't have to. Hopefully, maybe one of these days I can work for myself and do that and not have to get out on the roads in that dangerous weather and stuff when ODOT and the news and Highway Patrol saying stay in, and my boss is like, you have to come to work and get out and drive in this. I'm like, no, it's unsafe. You scream safety all the time. One of these days, my friends. Well, I'm glad y'all tuning in tonight. This is just a little impromptu thing. I was working on this Streamlabs little scene today, trying to get the scrolling marquee going and all that, and just kind of got me going today on it. So yeah, kind of want to adjust that a little bit more there. Let's pull that down just a little bit, and we'll scoot that over there. Wish that start trading thing wasn't there. I guess I could squish it all down to there maybe. There, how's that look? That look any better? KJ says, if banks are going to stop providing cents, how long before they start allowing copper ones to be melted? That's a good question. And see, I'm not sure the legality on it all, because like, I want to say Congress has to say something about that. It can't just be a presidential decree or order to like the U.S. Mint to stop minting them. I want to say Congress needs to make a decree or do something, whatever, for it. Don't quote me on that. Does that chat look better, y'all? Garrett says, KJ, don't coin me as person saying this, but if it's not a currency anymore, it should be able to be melted, right? But, you know, what about all the 90% silver, the constitutional silver that's getting melted and everything right now? Like, it hurts my soul when I see like an old Benji or something getting melted down. Like I just see it as history and stuff, and I understand, the pennies and everything, like especially the call, like it's not as much, history to them and stuff, but I don't know. Like I would feel sad seeing a whole bunch of old wheatbacks getting melted down just for the copper on them. Gary says chat looks good, right on. KJ says you can melt silver coins; those denominations are still in use. It's true. That's true. That's a very good point. Very good point. Silver at 78.69. Gold 4,463. Bet we'll be getting back up to 4,500 soon. Yeah, I definitely see $100 silver coming. But like I'm just another guy. I'm not a financial advisor. I didn't stay at Holiday Inn Express last night, so just don't take my word for it. Garrett said, yeah, but a lot of places, especially ran by young kids, don't know what a $2 bill is, a $half or Ix. That's true. Or if they even see some of the older bills and stuff, like the old $100 bills or $20 bills, they think they're fake. You throw a $2 bill at one of them or something, blow their mind. Or yeah, an Ike. What is this? Like, we don't take fake money, sir. They had to call their manager. I need to go get another $2 strap and like hunt it and stuff for good serial numbers and stuff. He's always this is fake, says Garrett. Yep. Well, give it back to me. What are the markets telling us right now, y'all? I think they're telling us there's market manipulation and we got a lot of room to go. Silver to the moon. I don't know, the chat looked weird for a second. That's good that someone's got copper again. Like I said, Atmex isn't showing anything. What's SD Bullion got on silver right now? Let's see what they're wanting for an ASE here. Random years low. let's see how much for one with a credit card. 407. The metal stacks is not even more expensive too. $94.27 for 2025. Like I said, that's not showing my dealer discount though, so I'm not sure why. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. But that's what you could get it for. It's $94.527, $94.07. Yeah, you know, about $1, still about $1 more, so a little more expensive. That ain't cool. All right, later, Seth. Oh no, Garrett, they'd never know what to do with that. Well, they will have the stream till about 5:45. Then we're gonna end it there. We're at $4,463 even for gold. $78.67 for silver. Are y'all still stacking gold and silver at these prices? You holding off a little bit? Are you able to find them with the lower premiums? What is going on in your area? Here it says they'd say no till I take it back. Say, I guess you didn't want a $30 coin for 3 cents. Oh, they would think you're lying. Like everybody wants to pull out that Coin Snap app or something and take a picture of a regular quarter and say it's worth $10,000 though. So you never know.
Amazon Pharmacy presents
Oh, we got a commercial.
Painful Thoughts. 20 more minutes to kill in the pharmacy before my prescription is ready. Maybe I'll grab some deeply discounted out-of-season Halloween candy. I never had a chocolate pumpkin with raisins before. Those were raisins, right?
Those charts sure do follow each other, don't they? The ups and downs.
No, those were not raisins. Amazon Pharmacy.
Amazon Pharmacy. Back to the music. Hope everybody's doing fine this evening. If you have any questions about the Metal Stacks Precious Metals Club, shoot me an email, thompsoncoinandstamp at icloud.com. Gary says, I'm glad silver climbed right back up after his big fall. I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time. Like, I'm sad because I want to stack some more as much as I can, you know, but I'm happy to see, you know, my modest little stack climb in value. So, But it's scary though, because is it climbing in value, or is just the dollar depreciating and sucking that bad? You know, and there's got to be a reason. You know, all these central banks around the world are buying gold and silver left and right. So there's so much market manipulation with it. I still think $100 is coming though. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share. We'll be doing this a little more often here. Here's he's just waiting for silver act like 1933 cold act. Oh, don't say that. Don't you put that evil out there, Ricky Bobby. No, no, no. Well, good thing I lost all my silver and gold in a boating accident. I was down on Lake Eufaula and I was down over by the dam and it just tipped overboard. It was horrible. Lost it all. Silver 78.66. Gold 4,461.80. Derek says, yeah, same here. Your ice house sunk on the lake. It happens. Like, it sucks when all that silver just goes down to the bottom of the lake. Such a horrible, horrible thing. KJ says, yours got stolen and it wasn't insured. Yeah, I mean, just so horrible. Greg says, sorry to hear that. Did you have a lot? Yeah. It's horrible. 'Cause I just like to take mine out, to let the sunlight hit it and just glimmer and everything. And there we were on the boat, just bloop, there it went, bloop, down the water goes. Just horrible boating accident. My buddy had the same issue happen with all of his guns. He was out there on the boat. He was just taking his guns out for a nice stroll and everything on the boat, and there it went. Just all of his guns went downhill. Such a tragedy. Such a tragedy. This music is soothing. Makes me want to go to sleep. I think we'll hit 79 tomorrow. Here's his nice hard style music. And we'll be back up in the 80s tomorrow. Maybe not. Who knows? Yeah, this channel, Garrett, is, what was it? Calm Guitar Radio on Pandora. I was trying to find like some royalty-free music and stuff. Reminds you of the Renaissance Fair. Renaissance fairs are awesome. Took my son to one and everything. He dressed up as a king, as King Arthur. It was amazing. Well, everybody, I think that's probably going to do it for this evening. We're ending up at $78.59 for silver, $4,461.30 for gold. Hope everybody has a fantastic evening. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We're here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for a weekly coin roll hunt and chat. We're always posting all sorts of things on our Facebook, on TikTok, or on Patreon, and everything. I appreciate all y'all's support. Garrett, Greg, KJ, Seth, anybody else that was watching tonight, I appreciate y'all. What KJ says, I must be getting shadow banned. Some messages don't show on your screen. Huh. That's weird. I don't know. Garrett says, thanks for the show. Had a great time. And I'll get that stuff sent out to you soon, Garrett. And if y'all want a little goodie pack, like some stickers or something like that, email me your mailing address, thompsoncoinandstamp at icloud.com. If y'all have any questions about the precious metals, Precious Metals Collectors Club, you can also shoot me an email at that. Like I said, we're on Facebook and everything. Shoot me a message over there on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I do my best to try to read all of the messages. Well, I hope y'all have a very blessed evening, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Until